I think you can trust a financial planner from your superannuation fund, but you need to be aware that there is an inherent conflict of interest in their advice. Now, that happens because if you've got a financial advisor and they're linked to your super fund, then they are going to be conflicted in that they want you to stay with their super fund, because it's unlikely that a financial advisor that's employed by a product company is going to be able to keep their job for very long if they're telling everyone to leave the company that they work for, because that's the way that the company work for to make money. That being said, if you're talking to this financial advisor about the strategies or tactics and you're already confident that your super fund is the right super fund for you, the best super fund for you, and you just want their help on choosing investments or what your superannuation strategy are, maybe some super contributions or those sorts of things, that can be perfectly fine and no issues there. And I think this lesson is something that you can take into your dealings with all advice type providers, that it's not to say that conflicts of interest are necessarily bad. It just means that they do exist and they often do have an influence on the advice outcomes that you get. What that means is that if you're going to go down this path and use advice like that, that you want to be sure before you get into it that the end solution that they're conflicted into supporting is already the right one for you. If you do that, you can probably save yourself a little bit of cash by using this provider who is going to be incentivized in other ways. That all being said, if you're starting with a blank piece of paper and you want to sense check on whether what you've got is right, what all of the options out there are for you, and you want someone to be able to open your eyes to the possibilities, then you're probably going to be better placed to use an advisor that runs something like a fixed fee model, which is not linked to a product company, and therefore they're not going to be conflicted or financially motivated in any way to direct you to a certain path. Ultimately, that should give you more confidence in the end outcomes that you get from the advice, and ultimately that confidence leads to generally more action sooner and better results.